Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. Now, what has happened is that a minister in the Yogi Adityanath government has suggested that Muslims cover themselves with tarpaulin while stepping out of their homes to offer Friday prayers during Holi, days after Chief Minister also made a similar communally loaded statement. Now, going a step further, BJP MLA of Bansdi in the Balia district, Ketiki Singh, she said just a few hours later that I demand that Yogi Adityanath should build a separate ward for Muslims in the under construction medical college here. They have a problem playing holy with us, and maybe they have problems receiving treatment on the premises where Hindus are treated. So, this was a statement which was made by Ketki Singh. Now, several BJP leaders, including Adityanath, have over the past few days been spewing communal venom at Muslims over Holi, although none from the minority community has expressed any apprehension over the festival of colors, which is coinciding with the Ramzan Juma Namaz. Now, 3 days ago, in fact, Anuj Chaudhary, a circle officer of the Sambhal town, where a mosque has been landed at the center of a bitter tussle over claims that it was built by Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb by demolishing a temple, had said that Friday, the Juma Friday, comes 52 times in a year, but Holi comes only once. So those who have a problem with the colors of Holi should stay indoors and offer namaz there only. This is what he had to say. Now, is religious harmony a passe? This is the question we are asking. Will these festivals now be politically used only to target the minorities? Has this become a pattern where politicians, bureaucrats have made communally surcharged statements as the stepping stone to their success as far as their political career is concerned, and which is a very disturbing trend. So we'll try and discuss all of this. Joining me now is Professor Apurvanand, professor at the Delhi University, columnist, author. Thank you, sir, so much for joining. We have Shahira Naeem, who's the veteran journalist and activist, joins us from Lucknow. Thank you so much, Shahira ji, for joining. And I'll begin with Professor Apurvanand. Sir, how do you really see these statements, whether it's a statement coming from Ketki Singh or Yogi Adityanath or his minister who says that one should cover the faces with tarpaulin if you have to play Holi? What is this what is this indication as far as the social indicator I'm talking about? What does it indicate socially? And these statements come right after the Mahakumbh has got over. Mahakumbh was one big event which was used politically to surcharge the atmosphere as far as the Hindu sentiments were concerned. And you see this sentiment now further deepening with the religious festivals.
We need to understand that no occasion is left by the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders, and the names you took are quite famous for doing that. It's not used to target or attack Muslims. The idea is to expel Muslims from all public spaces in a way to ghettoize them and to tell them that public spaces don't belong to them. And Hindus can use public spaces the way they want to. Even if they want to do violence, even if they want to do hooliganism, is their right, and no one, and especially Muslims, have no right to object to that. And Muslims have a right to passage to Muslim muhallas. They can go there, they can raise obscene slogans, they can play obscene songs abusing Muslims in front of Muslim houses. And Muslims have no right to protest. And if they protest, the police will attack them, arrest them, and kill them. That is what has happened in last few years in Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh, in Uttar Pradesh, everywhere. If Muslims dare oppose or protest being abused, they are attacked by police, by law and order authorities. How dare you? We will abuse you. We have a right to abuse you. We have a right to attack you. And we have a right to violence. You cannot protest. This is the message. And festivals are a very, I would say, convenient occasions. Hindus are told that for centuries you have not been allowed to celebrate your festivals the way you want, in an open manner. And when we say open manner, what is this openness? This openness is a freedom to abuse, freedom to chant obscene slogans against Muslims. This is the freedom. And Hindus are being told that, well, if you do it, Muslims throw stones. And now our time has come, and we don't allow them to do this. This is what Hindus are being told. And and it's very sad, it's very frightening, it's very dangerous, but this is what is being done across India. You talked about BJP leaders in Uttar Pradesh, but BJP leaders in Bihar also made similar statements. Elsewhere too, they have made similar statements. uh, so it's very clear. It's not only Mahakund, it precedes Mahakund. And this is in the political ideology of BJP, that without creating enmity against Muslims and without making Hindus violent, without making Hindus hateful, actively hateful, proactively hateful, BJP ideology cannot survive. This is what they are doing. They are radicalizing Hindus. It's very, very dangerous.
That's surely a very dangerous precedent which is setting in. But what I'm worried, Shaira ji, is that it's deepening. As the time is passing by, and with each passing day, the sentiment is growing. But what is it really doing to the Muslim community? Because in this particular thing, we've seen that the Muslim community hasn't reacted. In fact, they've agreed for the namaz post 2 p.m. What does it really go to show? Is it a sense of resignation? Or is it a feeling that let's not get into this kind of a menace? Why to get into it? What would you really say to the way the Muslim community is responding to it?
See, the Muslim community is not a single kind of entity. They are elders, they are youngsters, they are different people. The Shias, the Sunnis, everybody has reacted differently because the clerics are sending press releases appealing to the community. But talking to people across the spectrum, what I gather is that nobody wants trouble right now. The message is very clear that if you get into a confrontation kind of a situation, neither the law implementing authority or the whole ecosystem is completely loaded against minorities. So what happened in Bahraich is a very classic example, that somebody can barge into your house, go to your rooftop, and demolish your railing, raise a saffron flag, and if you protest, uh, you would be the you would have to pay the price, and the community which you belong to would be targeted and thrown into jails, and you know how the whole situation can be played against you. So that message is very clear. So there is the Muslim community right now is in a deep kind of what I would call it, in a sense of despair. And this is not a very uh, uh, thought out. The strategy is to avoid conflict at the moment. But ये जो this is not a peace kind of thing. It is more like stepping back and kind of trying to keep away from confrontation, because everybody sees that confrontation will further bring the administration and the leadership in this whole ecosystem. There is no sense of justice, no sense of uh, the law and order has collapsed. Basically, it's not being run under the
Right. And
constitution. So it is,
sorry to,
so that
Sharaji, I'll
to
just
avoid
interrupt
that.
you. Right. I'm just interrupting you, sorry, because Professor Purvanand has to go, and I have to go to
Okay.
him because he has to leave a little early, and then again I'll come back to you. That Professor Purvanand, leave aside the politicians, whether it's Yogi Adityanath or the MLA Ketki Singh, but when the bureaucracy, the police officers, get entrenched into this venomous system, what then do you think that there is an exit window left? Because these are the law enforcers whom you look forward to. If you get into trouble, these are the people who are enforcing the laws. But if they themselves are embroiled in controversies like these, making these kind of venomous statements, then where is the exit window and what is the way out then really?
There's no way out. This is the most worrying thing that has happened in the last 10 years, that bureaucracy and police have merged themselves with the BJP. Now it's the DM, it's the SP, it's the police officer who is making such a statement. We have seen police officers uh, throwing flour on Kavadiyas. So
Yeah.
they are in fact merging themselves with the Bharatiya Janata Party, uh, institutionally and ideologically, both. Now, these institutions, the institution of the law and order authorities, state authorities or state apparatus, it's becoming an coercive arm of the Bharatiya Janata Party. So, Bharatiya Janata Party need not invest anything in violence, because the police is ready to do violence on behalf of Bharatiya Janata Party, and it threatens people, it intimidates Muslims. That is what the DM, remember, the district magistrate of Dindori, a place in Madhya Pradesh, he demolished the house of a Muslim man who had married a Hindu girl, a woman, and they were protected by the High Court. But he proactively demolished their houses, and he proudly announced it on his Twitter handle that this is what I have done. And this is what the DM did in Udaipur, where the house where that child lived, who had stabbed a Hindu boy, the house was demolished by the DM proactively. So this is what the DMs and SPs are doing on their own without being asked. This is very dangerous. That the state apparatus itself has turned into a kind of violator of law. So there is no rule of law. It's majoritarian instinct that now rules India, and law and order authorities have now become coercive arms and ideological propagators of the same. I worry for India, and it's very dangerous. These are very dangerous times for Muslims and Christians.
Time, but what do you expect really, Shairaji, in the coming days? And I'm specifically talking about Holi, because these are deliberate statements which are being made, and all across, whether it's the BJP leaders, whether it is the police, all of them are making statements like these. So can we? I mean, can anything which is very horrendous, can we expect that something like a riot breaking out? Because in the past, what we have seen in Sambhal has really shook everyone. So everybody is worried that, what if something like that happens around Holi and they might use this opportunity again?
Yes, I am very apprehensive of the way things are turning out, and just 2 days away. I just hope that nothing happens, and I also hope that some, like-minded citizens, they should come out and in support uh, of the Muslims or the citizens who are taking a back foot, so that even in some numbers, if they are around on the streets trying to protect them, or trying to uh, create a environment where they show some kind of support. It's not impossible. It has happened. People have come out on the streets, but right now the situation is that you cannot express your dissent to the ruling diktat. So, but the what I feel like what should happen ideally is that a lot of like-minded citizens who think what is happening around them is not the correct way, it is not constitutional, it is against the minorities, they should be a little proactive in showing their support for the rule of law. I don't know how they can do it, or but I hope that people do support beyond the social media, or beyond a little, come out in your areas, or come out with some kind of support for uh, the old world of festivals where
No,
everything
but what
was
I don't understand,
inclusive.
Shaira is that MLAs like Ketki Singh, or for that matter, the junior minister of Yogi Adityanath, who said that please cover your faces with tarpaulin. Now, is are these statements getting them brownie points? Are these kind of
I
statements
don't
getting
think
them a political
they
promotion? or they are just doing it for fanning the sentiments and getting popular through these kind of statements? What
they
is it? What is
it's like a it's like a competition of who can be more poisonous than the other. But it definitely is adding to the hate ecosystem which the BJP is building, and which uh, definitely helps them, create draw political mileage out of it, the manner in which the recent bypolls have been won. So they did not have to struggle too hard. It was the administration. They have not rigged the elections, they have rigged minds, and the minds have been rigged. So things will automatically uh, go according to their ideology. So this has to be countered. The minds which have been rigged, it's the system which has completely been compromised, the bureaucracy, the police, the uh, whichever the common citizens go for, for their to lodge a complaint, they are not getting any justice. So that is which is very, very disturbing, and it makes a common citizen lose heart. And I would not single out only Muslims, because I know a lot of liberal people who believe in the constitution are equally distressed by the way things are shaping up. Maybe they are silent at the moment, but they
right?
are equally distressed.
But Chairati, since Uttar Pradesh goes to polls in 2027, now we just have 2 years. So, in these 2 years, are we going to see this tendency growing bigger and bigger with each passing day? Now, say, for example, Kumbh was,
Yes,
perched at a certain level. And now, with the smaller festivals, also, this tendency will increasingly
yes,
become bigger. So, is
yes,
Yogi
yes.
Adityanath going to use this opportunity at the smallest of the chance given to him?
Definitely, definitely. And the opposition, or whoever questions these kind of things, is a narrative has been built, is being built to make them, pro-Muslim, appeasement, anti-national. You can see through the debates in the inside the assembly, if the way Urdu is being targeted, and if you're questioning that, your whole credentials of being a Indian is being questioned. Kat mullah, and this kind of language, this kind of something which is in very bad taste. And if the opposition parties are protesting and saying that this is not correct, then they are attacked. They are being said that you are anti-national, you are against the Sanatan Dharma. Now there is no the space for a debate or a space for expressing your view is shrinking. So people would rather stay quiet. Even if they are distressed, people are not speaking out in public because that space is going. And tomorrow you don't know what kind of backlash you will have to face. You will if you speak out
Absolutely.
against the present scenario. So it is a very disturbing trend when citizens are being silenced into submission.
But how has the Muslim community finally decided to react to the holy celebrations? And what have they really thought? Is it true that the namaz will be held post 2 o'clock only, and they've resigned to the whole thing, that let the playing of colors get over by 2 o'clock, and then only we will step out of homes?
Yeah, this is what is being done, because Friday prayers is not is a collective prayer. It's one prayer a week, which is collective, which has a social value, because for community building, for that kind of thing. That is why you are supposed to pray in the mosque. And there's also a thing that you don't pray in the same mosque. You keep changing your mosque, so that your community network keeps growing, and you should know your neighborhood, you should know your neighbors, and you should interact with them. That is the whole idea behind praying outside in a mosque. So this time they have decided to change the timing just to avoid a confrontation. But let's see if the other how the other party takes it. The party which is the people, and a large number of people who are trying to create trouble, who are trying to provoke, will you never know, they might use something or the other. and you never know uh, how long uh, such kind of peace can be maintained. This is a very tightrope walk. It is not a normal kind of situation, and it will require a really big heart uh, to on the side of both the communities to make things uh, normal. Even in normal circumstances, even if this government hadn't been there, the chances of a clash is always there when a lot of people are on the streets with their own agendas. But in this case, if and in this year, with the whole environment which has been created in the last couple of days, it's very tense, and it's like a tinderbox. And I hope things don't go out of hand. I just hope.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed, and I just hope that Holi passes off peacefully, and I just hope everything just
uh,
falls in place
keeping,
smoothly.
keeping my
Thank you.
fingers crossed.
Yes.
Thank you, Neetu.
Okay,
Thank you so
Shairaji,
much.
thank you so much for joining on the Federal. Thank you.